this week we've got the pullback. So give it a go before we get started. I'm going to show you in slow-mo 2 more times. Okay, so give it a go, see how you do. We're going to break this one down into 5 stages this week. Okay, 1 more stage than we normally do because I feel like this one just needs breaking down a little bit more as it's quite a tricky one. See if you can give it another couple of goes before we get started, and then we're going to start breaking it down. Okay, this one is the pullback. Looking forward to this one. Good luck. Hello again, guys. So this week we've got a new skill. This week's skill is called the pullback. Now, in my opinion, this is quite a tricky skill, but if you pull it off, it will always work and it just looks fantastic. Okay, there's quite a few different parts to it that are quite tricky, but as usual, we're going to break it down. This week we've got 5 stages. Okay, so we're just going to break it down that a little bit more than we usually do. One big bit of advice for this skill, guys, is take your time. Okay, like I say, each part is quite tricky in its own little way, so take your time on this one, guys. As I always say, if you do need to pause the video, please do. There's nothing wrong with pausing it in between each stage. If you want to take 10 minutes on one stage, that's fine. If it takes a bit longer, that's absolutely fine. If you even want to pause it and it takes you a whole week to master one part, okay, that's absolutely fine, and you can come back to it another time, okay? But just take your time, guys. That's my biggest advice for this skill. As I always say, guys, get your stretches done beforehand. You don't want to be putting in any muscles. Make sure you've got a nice good space to work in. If you have got an outside space, guys, then great. Get yourself outside. There's obviously a lot more room and a lot more margin for error, so in case balls go flying everywhere, but the balls should be staying pretty close to your feet anyway, okay? But yeah, guys, the pullback, like I said, it's quite tricky, as you see, but my biggest advice is take it slow and take your time, okay? Good luck. So as I said, guys, we're going to break this down into 5 stages, the pullback. Okay, so stage 1, we're going to focus on the drag back. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my strongest foot. I would recommend using your strongest foot for the first part of the skill. So if you're right footer, I would recommend you go with your right foot first, and if you're a left footed player, I'd recommend going with your left foot first. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to. Okay, a right footer might find the left side easier first. Okay, it's entirely up to you, but me personally, I prefer to go with my stronger foot first. I find that easier. So what we're going to do to begin with, okay, with the ball in front of your feet, is you're going to put the sole of your foot on the ball, just like this, and you're going to drag the ball back. Okay, that's all you're going to do at the moment. Okay, so just want you to focus on just getting that drag back right. Just drag the ball back. Okay, a bit like we did on the V drag roll. So I forgot what it was called then. Okay, just going to just drag the ball back and just stop the ball. So what you're going to do from this. So just get used to that drag. Just get used to that drag. Okay, the only difference with this drag is we're not necessarily trying to drag and turn. Okay, so you don't need to turn your body. Okay, so all I want you to do at the moment is just drag and bring that ball back. Okay, the other foot isn't going to move at the moment. Okay, so as you can see, when I drag that ball back, this foot is not moving anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drag back and stop. That's all I'm going to do for now. Okay, so just keep practicing that drag back and stop. As I say, for a left-footed player or someone that just feels comfortable on their left side, same there. Notice my right foot isn't doing anything at the moment, doesn't need to do anything at the moment. Okay, that's going to come in a moment. Okay, so just going to drag that ball back there and stop. Okay, so here we go again. Drag that ball back there and stop. Okay, so all I'm doing is just dragging it back with the sole of my foot and stopping. Okay, so that's stage 1, guys. Just drag the ball back, okay, and the ball should end up, if I show you here, the ball should end up slightly behind your other foot. So you can see there, my left foot's there if the ball doesn't roll, and the ball will end up just sort of shortly behind my other foot. Okay, so it's just a little tiny drag back and stop. Okay, so give that one a go, guys. That is stage 1. So the stage 1 key points. Number 1, go with whichever foot you feel most comfortable with first. I find that my strongest foot works best for my first touch. Number 2, use the sole of your foot to drag the ball back. And number 3, drag the ball back so it's just behind the other foot. We don't need to turn with the drag back like we did with the V drag roll. Okay, we're just dragging it back so it's slightly behind our body. Stage 2 now. Okay, so stage 2, we're going to use the drag back, and then we're going to add in the next part of the skill. Okay, so ball's going to start in front of me. And when I drag the ball back with my right foot, I'm using my right foot. If you're using your left foot, obviously you'll be slightly more to the other side. Okay, but I'm using my right foot, so you can see the ball's in front of my right foot. As I drag that ball back, okay, I'm then going to use the inside of my foot to then knock it towards my left-hand side. Okay, so I'm using my right, so when I come back here, I'll be knocking it that way. If you're a left-footed player or using your left foot, you'll come here and you'll knock it with the inside of your foot to that way. Okay, and it's going to go behind your other foot. Okay, so behind where your heel is. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to go inside of the foot there, all the way back, and then just, sorry, sole of my foot, I said not the inside of my foot, I'm going to go the sole of my foot, sole of my foot, drag back, and then with the inside, I'm just going to knock it the other way. That's all we're going to do for now, okay? And for a left-footed player, you'll go drag back here, and just knock it to the side. Okay, so just keep practicing that over and over again. That's stage 2. So drag back and knock it to the side with the inside. Okay, that's all you need to do. Okay, notice how I'm not kicking the ball very hard. I'm just going drag back, let go, and just knock the ball with the inside of your foot slightly to the opposite side of the foot you're using. So if you're using your right foot, the ball will need to go to the left. If you're using your left foot, the ball will need to go to the right. So I'll show you one more time on each foot. Drag back, inside of the foot to the other side. Okay, and then on this side, drag back, inside of the foot to the opposite side. So if you're using your right, you go to the left. If you're using your left, you'll knock it to the right. Okay, so that is stage 2, guys.
So the stage 2 key points. Number 1, use the inside of your foot to knock the ball behind your other foot. Number 2, we need to knock the ball past the heel of your other foot. And number 3, the touch behind the foot needs to be a small touch. Obviously, we don't want to lose control of the ball, so the touch shouldn't be too big, so then we can get the next stage in.
Right, stage 3. So stage 3 is where we're going to bring the other foot into action. Okay, so we're going to start with the ball behind us. Okay, now all you're going to do is you're going to knock the ball with the inside of your foot like we just did on stage 2. Okay, and then you're going to use the other foot to stop the ball from running away. Because obviously if I did my drag back and did that, the ball's just going to run away. And I've obviously lost control of the ball, which in a game is not much use to me. Okay, so I'm not going to use the drag back at the moment. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay, but I'm just going to stand with my weaker foot, okay, because that's how I prefer to do it. But for some people, they might prefer to do it this way around. Okay, it's entirely up to you what you prefer. Okay, so I'm going to start with my left foot in front of the ball. And if you can see, my right foot, the inside of my foot is facing towards the ball. And all I'm going to do is knock the ball there and stop it with that foot. Okay, that's all. Okay, and then if I'm using this foot, my right foot will go slightly in front. My right foot will also go slightly in front. I'm going to go left foot inside of the foot to there, and the right foot is going to stop the ball from obviously running away. Okay, so I go inside the foot there, right foot stops. Okay, so if you're using your right foot to do the inside of the foot touch, so if I'm using this foot to do the inside of the foot touch, that foot stops it. So I go here, stop. Okay, and if I'm using the left foot, okay, oops, so the ball needs to be behind me, I go inside the foot there, right foot stops. Okay, and as you get more confident, you can obviously speed it up. So I can go right foot there, left foot touch. Okay, so I'll come back here again, right foot there, left foot stop. Okay, and I'll try on my weaker side as well. Left foot there, right foot stop. Okay, so left foot there, right foot stop. Okay, so that is stage 3, guys. So we're just knocking it with the inside of our foot, sorry, behind the other foot, and then the other foot is the foot that stops it. So if you're using your right foot, left foot stops. If you're using your left foot, oops, sorry, right foot stops. Okay, so that's stage 3, guys.
So the stage 3 key points. Number 1, the inside of the foot touch only needs to be a small touch. Obviously, we don't want to lose control of the ball. Number 2, stop the ball with the sole of the foot you didn't start the skill with. And number 3, move quickly to stop the ball from running away. Again, obviously, we don't want to lose control of the ball, otherwise that defeats the object of the skill.
Guys, stage 4. Okay, as I said earlier, guys, remember this skill is tricky. Each part of it is quite difficult, so really do take your time on this one. So, stage 4, we're going to start with that weaker foot touch that we had, so that touch of the ball there. Okay, now obviously if you're the other way around, if you're using your left foot to start off with, this ball will be here. Okay, but for me, the ball's going to be here. Okay, so I'm sort of almost near the end of my skill in this situation here. Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the ball back to my right side. Okay, now I like to continue with the sole of my foot. Some of you might prefer to take the sole of your foot off the ball and knock it with the inside, okay? But I prefer the sole of the foot, and I feel like that makes the skill that bit quicker, okay? So I'm here, and all I'm going to do is roll it back towards my right side, and then I'm going to use the outside of my right to push it this way, okay? So all I'm going to do is bring it here and push there, okay? So my left foot is sending it towards the right, and then all the right foot is doing is just really pushing it away to get into that space. Okay, because this part of the skill has made the defender think I'm going here, and then I'm going to come oops, excuse me, I've lost the ball there. And I'm going to come in here and really push away to get away from that defender who thought I was going to go that way. Okay, so all stage 4 is, guys, is starting from that weaker foot touch, okay, over to the stronger side and push away. Okay, that push needs to be with the outside of your foot because we're trying to go that way. Okay, inside of the foot is going to take me back to where I came from, which if I've just come away from the defender is going to put me back into a dangerous area, which obviously I don't want. Okay, so sole of the foot if you want. Okay, if you prefer to let go of the ball with the sole of your foot and just go inside of your foot, that's fine. You can go inside of the weaker foot and then push it with the outside of your stronger foot to the opposite side. Okay, I'll show you on this side as well. Okay, so if I'm here, I'll go here and then push with the outside of the other foot. Okay, so I'll be here, there, and push. I didn't get much of a push that time. Okay, and as I said, if you want to use the inside, that's fine. Inside there, push with the outside. Okay, so that is stage 4, guys. Okay, so we're just going to use the sole of your foot or the inside if you prefer to bring it back to the side we started on and then push with the outside to get yourself into that nice bit of space. Okay, that is stage 4.
So the stage 4 key points. Number 1, use either the sole or the inside of your foot for the first touch. Number 2, we're either rolling or knocking the ball across our body. And number 3, use the outside of your foot for the final touch to push the ball away. Obviously, we want to get away from where we've just come from to get away from any defenders that are trying to tackle us.
Stage 5, guys, we made it. The real deal, here we go, the pullback. So we're going to put everything we've just spoken about together to get the complete package. As I said, guys, this skill is quite a difficult one, okay? So if you're still not quite that confident, okay, just go with the bits that you're not too confident with, build yourself up to get yourself to this stage, okay? All right, so as we said, ball starts in front, okay? So we go drag back here, inside the foot touch, stop, roll, outside the foot, okay? And when you do the complete skill, guys, of any skill, if you've been breaking it down like we are doing, okay, I always recommend that you start it off slow when you're doing the full skill, and as you get more and more confident, just gradually build it up, okay? I always find that players that I coach, myself included as well, if we just go all guns blazing as fast as we possibly can, okay, the skill sometimes goes wrong and we quite often lose control, okay? So it's important that we gradually build it up, and as you get more and more confident, just speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, until you're obviously very, very confident and the skill is as good as you can get it, but hopefully you can continue to improve it all the time anyway, okay? So here we go, so I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go drag back, inside the foot, stop, outside the foot there, okay? All right, so I'll try again, drag back there, inside the foot, stop, and there. Okay, here we go again, so go drag back there, touch there, there, and there. Okay, so I lost control of that, my last touch was a little bit too heavy. Okay, I'm gonna try weaker side, see how I get on with that. Here we go, so I'm going drag back, there, stop, bang. Oh, I didn't get the outside of the foot touch there, okay? So even as you can see, guys, even I'm struggling a little bit, okay, so just keep practicing. I go there, 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 and oh, I can't get the outside of the foot touch in on my weaker side. Here we go again. I can do this. I go there, 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 there. There we go, okay? So it's that drag back touch here, guys. Inside the foot takes it there, stop the ball, bring it back across your body, and the outside of the foot just gets you out of that skill into your space to go and do whatever it is you've got to do, whether it's a shot, a cross, a pass, you want to dribble into space, you want to run with the ball, whatever it is you need to do in that game situation, okay? Well done, guys.
Finally, the stage 5 key points. Number 1, you don't need to turn your body with the drag back. Number 2, the second touch behind your foot only needs to be a small touch. Obviously, we don't want to lose control of the ball. And number 3, move the ball back across your body to finish and use the outside of your foot to get away.
So that's the pullback, guys. Well done. Fantastic work. In my opinion, the toughest one we've done yet. Okay, very, very tricky. Any help, guys, any advice, get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to help you if I can. Like I said, guys, at the beginning of the video, take your time on this one, okay? It is a tricky one. It is quite complicated. There's lots of different parts to this one. So just take your time. If you want to go away and practice stage 1 and 2 because you're not that confident, by all means go and do that, okay? But guys, the more you practice, the better you're going to become, okay? if you can practice this every day for 5 or 10 minutes, it's gonna make a difference, okay? So if you've got an outdoor space, even better, because that just gives you that little bit more breathing space to lose control of the ball, okay? But indoors, okay, there's no reason why you can't do it. I've got a small space here. I've managed to practice it and show you guys here. So give it a go, guys, okay? I'd love to know how you get on. So good luck with the pullback.
Okay guys, it's that time again, it's challenge time. Okay, I wonder what the challenge is going to be this week. Hope you guys are ready for another challenge. Okay, this week's challenge is, how many pullbacks can you do without losing control of the football? Okay, it's quite a tricky one, this one. It's a tricky skill, but how many can you do without losing control of the ball? Here's how many I managed. Good luck, everyone. So here's my attempt, guys. That's 1. I'm going to aim for double figures. That's 2. Here we go. That's 3. I nearly lost that one. Here I go again. 4. Oh, it's so tense. Almost halfway there to my target. Nice. 5. 5 more to reach my target of 10. 6. So far, so good. 7. Feel like I'm getting a little bit quicker as well. Oh, nice. 8. 2 more to reach my target. I'm on 8 at the moment. 9. Still haven't lost control of the ball. Can I hit 10? 10. Yes, I made 10. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Can I make 11? There we go. That's 11. Another one. That's 12. 13. Can I hit 14? 14. 1 more to get to 15. Oh no, didn't get that stop in. So 14 was my final total.